everybody. Coast Modern on 89.5 The Wave. How you guys doing?
What's
What's
up?
up?
So they are here because they have a show tonight at the Firebird.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they are actually doing their first headlining tour. Pretty exciting.
Yes,
What's that experience like for you guys?
Oh goodness, it's magical.
it is. We can let our freak flag fly.
Yeah. And this isn't the first time you've been to St. Louis, right?
Been one time last year.
And what was that like? Do you remember it?
That was
a
one of my
little bit?
favorite shows.
One of your
Yeah, really good vibes.
There was so much energy that the walls were sweating.
It was very sweaty.
It might have been also the Ready Room is so tightly compact that it's hard for anybody not to sweat as a whole.
It was like a jungle in there.
Yeah, that's always a good vibe. You know?
You guys seem to like the jungle aspect of life in general.
True.
Yes, the cradle of humanity,
The fountainhead.
come from the jungle.
So, for somebody that's listening right now that hasn't heard Coast Modern, how would you describe your guys' music?
Wow, it's like a massive tidal wave of joy, bringing sweet alternative pop tunes that maybe make you smile, maybe make you think a little bit about your life.
It makes you sad at times just to bring you back up again.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah, because I've seen it described as like eclectic surf rock. Like nobody really has a definition of what your music is right
Mhm.
now, and I think it's because it's a little everything.
Mhm.
But you two do such a great job of blending these different genres. But also, you'll hear ambient noise on the album, and you're like, the dog shouldn't be barking there, but it works. These seagulls shouldn't be there, but now I'm all of a sudden in San Francisco on a beach somewhere.
Ooh.
Sweetness.
Is that something that you try to create on your album? Is just like the visualization?
Hmm. It's as much trying to create it as it is being mindful of not removing some of the layers of dirt. Like at the beginning of Animals, you can hear a nail gun
Mhm.
popping, and that was something that actually came in through the window while we were recording. And it's like most people would just like strip that away, but we're really mindful to like leave some accidents in.
Yeah. Like, is there anything else on the album that was kind of maybe not the? I'm just more wanting to know your.
All
the
kinds
way,
of stuff.
Yeah, just the way you guys come up with these,
Mhm.
like the nail gun. It happened by accident, but some of the stuff seems pretty well planned and thought out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the songs are very visual. Like we're kind of imagining a world when we're writing, so you're kind of like plucking scenes from this world. So like we're like, oh, there's seagulls in this world of this song. So like we put it in there, and it helps the listener travel
Mhm.
to that place.
And where do you go for these worlds, guys? Like, where is this world at? Because I personally want to go.
It's not conscious.
It's man.
It's in the mind.
I mean, there's whole parts of the album that were complete riffs and freestyles, and it's like we don't second guess it. It's like we the real ability is taking a step back and not overthinking things.
You know, I'm glad that you said that because when I listened to the album probably 100 times before this
Whoa.
interview started, because I wanted to fully submerge in what it is to be in the Coast Modern experience.
Nice.
Mhm.
And there's just a vibe that comes from it, and it's just so raw at times, but it's so successful.
Hmm.
How do you achieve something like that?
Space.
Yeah, it's really trusting the first instincts, the first things that come out when we're creating something, because those are the things that excite us a lot. And if we manage to capture that, then I think it's going to translate to people. People can hear our enthusiasm and the kind of raw naturalness.
So you're saying you just kind of go at it. As soon as you're inspired, you're recording
We go at it.
something.
Yeah.
And that's so.
And we distill it as little as possible. That's the thing. Leave as much of the raw initial energy as possible.
There are so many bands that are trying to just process everything, and you guys are coming in saying, "Hey, man, the key to our success is we just go for it. As soon as we feel something, we're going for it."
Yeah.
True.
It's like a tiger attack.
And
Yeah.
and I feel bad because I've been very rude to whoever's listening right now. I have not introduced you guys.
Oh.
Coast Modern is two guys, and they do have names. So why don't you just tell them your names real quick?
I'm Luke.
And I'm Coleman Trapp.
Which I would say he could legitimately be a rapper with that name.
He
said
might
it-
be.
I think he is. I've heard on the album he gets a little bit going, and I get into it so much, man. That's what I like. because I love alternative music, and I have a very special place for hip hop. I like to listen to it. It's definitely a situation music, but you guys are mixing them together, and it is just like flawless.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So, you guys had told me that you were willing to play a couple songs while you're in here before your show,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you guys give them a little taste of what Coast Modern is, real quick.
Cool.
For sure. I'm doing the acoustic version here.
You want to do some Guru?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we have the acoustic vibe. When we play live, it's like a wild ride, but we also like to break it down.
Let's do it.
Let's get it. Baby's on the road, trying to find what's golden, never gonna hold her down. I'm chilling on the sofa, I don't want a yoga, I don't want a life right now. And ooh, see outside it's changing seasons, but I'm burning all my daylight sleeping. I want you to know that I'm still trying. Baby, be my guru. You see through my bag, you know I have my moves. When I'm super low, you pull me higher. Baby, be my guru. We're miles apart, but not at heart, my guru. She called me from a train, headed to a plane, called me for a week or two. Gotta clean my act up, I don't wanna act up, so I gotta find my groove. Ooh, good vibrations swirling around me. Wow, so what is changing hurt so badly? I want you to know that I'm still trying. Baby, be my guru. You see through my bag, you know I have my moves. When I'm super low, you pull me higher. Baby, be my guru. We're miles apart, but not at heart, my guru. Got some scruff going, gotta shave it. Get my diet up, no more eating bacon. Get a bathe and I bet it feel amazing. I crawl up from the cave I created in my basement. And even if I'm slow, oh, she's patient with the pace I grow. Oh, you know she is. And when I am alone, she's with me every place I go. I want you to know that I'm still trying. Ooh. You see through my bag, you know I have my moves. When I'm super low, you pull me higher. Baby, be my guru. We're miles apart, but not at heart, my guru. Oh, I said we're miles apart, but not at heart, my guru. Hey, hey, hey.
That was phenomenal, guys.
Thanks.
Honestly, I did never expect in my lifetime I'd see that performed acoustically,
Ooh, yeah.
just for
Thanks,
basically
man.
me and a handful of people. I'm
Wow.
live made. You guys already did.
That's what we do it for.
Yeah, I've noticed on your Twitter you're very proactive,
Mm-hmm.
and I've actually been somebody that's been retweeted by you.
No way.
In response to, I was being kind of a fan of Hollow Life.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I said, this is the realest thing I've ever got to play on the radio or heard, because it resonates with me.
Awesome.
Because I feel like to myself, I'm very inner thinking. I really contemplate to myself what's going on. And I feel like that's a song that a lot of people that have those same kind of mindsets can really get into.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's something that you're trying to go for?
Not trying to, but I think we relate to you, and so like because we're the same way, it was easy to slip into that state to write the song.
And what kind of things have inspired you to write music that's like that? That's more about exploration from within rather than the exploring the world outside of yourself.
I mean, that's like what the journey that we're on personally, like exploring and trying to improve ourselves. So inevitably we get together and are just chatting about things we were learning or things we're reading, and then like when we go to make a song, then those themes naturally come up because that's what's on our minds.
And when you're making the songs, how often are you guys in the studio? Because now I'm really interested in it, because you're saying that you usually go, just one off. If one off is good, you get the raw appeal of it. It sounds like it should, because you guys are in the moment. So where's most of this recording taking place?
The whole album was done in Luke's bedroom studio.
No way.
Yeah.
On a laptop.
It's funny, the song Animals and Guru, were both written and produced in the same day.
Wow.
Because some days there's just a wave, and you just gotta ride it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, some days there's
no waves.
nothing for many days, and you're like, oh no, like, what are we doing wrong? But then if you keep playing around and keep exploring new ways to, like, get yourself excited about music and try different techniques, then different waves come and new songs arrive.
Yeah. Is there any music that you guys hear that you really get inspired by, that makes you want to make the songs for your album?
Yes, but there's not much of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, we're inspired a lot by life and in art outside of music.
Yeah.
And we do appreciate music, but it's not often that we'll hear a song and be like, whoa, but
And
it happens.
I think the first part of Hollow Life really reflects that, what you just said, because you talk about, the shadow's growing old. It's hard to fake it. And you're talking about people that just come out with noise, man. Sometimes it's just noise, and you want something that touches you, like makes you feel something. And I don't think a lot of bands, with the amount of tracks that you have on this album, get that from almost every one of them.
That's amazing.
This would be very bold, but I would say that this is like my generation's Rumors, if you guys would say. I'm going to make a really bold one, but every song on here is like a hit to me, and I think radio stations are sleeping on you guys.
Ooh, hey, man.
Let's work together
Your support.
to change that.
Like, do you guys, I'm not sure exactly what's going on the West Coast, because I know you live in LA. Do you feel like you're more represented out there, and it's just harder to kind of get back over to the other side of the coast?
I think it's still brewing everywhere. It's still bubbling. Like, it might take a while, but
it seems like it's a kind of an even spread. Yeah, I don't think there's any market that's like extra hyped on us.
Yeah, and you had a really interesting way of getting this album together, because it didn't start off as just like, we're gonna go into the studio and make this album. Hollow Life came out in 2015?
Yeah.
And that's been around for a while. Some of your other songs have been around for a while, and you guys just decided,
We wrote Dive 5 years ago.
Yeah, see?
It was way before the other ones, and then like Hollow Life and Comb My Hair were written in the same like 3-day period, but they came out like over a year apart from each other.
Every time you say a title, I just get back to like when I just listened to this earlier today, and I'm like, oh man, Comb My Hair, man, it's my song.
Nice.
Like, all these are my songs.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, because we wrote them kind of as singles and as individual, like they had to stand on their own instead of like thinking of them as a part of something like an album. We put a lot into each individual song.
And I want to ask you too, the selection process, because you released a mixtape, Dreamland 2020 or 2020. There was some songs that you guys could have put on this, but you didn't. So what was the process like for you to compile the songs that you've already created and figure out what was best for this one?
Wow. I mean,
it wasn't a process.
Yeah, it kind of, I don't know. It kind of just fell together in a way. It was like...
the album was also done before we did Dreamland 2020.
Oh, okay. That definitely helps.
Yeah. We sat on the album for a little while.
Yeah, it's like the songs that we finished and that we put a lot of time into made it on the album. Like, we had some extra ones, like Dreamland 2020 tracks, like, but those were kind of in a different world, and those were kind of us showing a different side of what we can do.
Yeah, I can hear that definitely, because I would say Coast Modern sounds like I've crashed into a world that is specifically California.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a very abstract. We're not going to be we're not going to care just about ourselves. It's about everything going around and just kind of inner thought. But man, but you did sell out on your show in San Francisco. What was that like?
Awesome.
The first show of the tour sold out. Like, I had this moment where I was like, these people aren't here for somebody else, because we're so used to like opening for other people and like
Great bands, yeah.
Yeah, great bands. but it's kind of their crowd. And then looking at all those people, and I was like, whoa, these people are here for us. Like, that was a trip.
So when you toured with Borns, what was that like? Did you feel really accepted by theirs? Was there
Totally.
yeah.
They were amazing, so
Yeah.
nice, and that was like our first touring experience. So like,
That was like some of our first shows ever.
yeah,
And how did that happen? How did you guys get on board with Borns?
We have an
'Cause-
awesome team.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
booking agent is awesome.
Tanner's definitely awesome.
Tanner's
tight.
awesome.
I think I messaged you guys on Twitter, and then you gave me some more contact, and your team was awesome. They were just like, yeah, let's get something together. They're going to be in
Sweet.
town. We'd love to have them on somewhere to talk about how awesome this album is.
yeah.
And-
It takes a village
Yeah.
to raise a band.
And it seems like you guys surround yourself by people that are very much, kind of on board with you.
Yeah, we try to have similar thinking, like people on our team that can go with the weird ideas we come up with.
Yeah.
You know, and the good vibes.
And they found us, which is awesome.
I would say less weird music and like more genius. I would say let's raise the level of it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, thanks,
All right.
And we've heard you
Upgrade.
perform acoustically now, but what can you like describe the experience of being in a Coast Modern show live?
It's a party.
Yeah, we're trying to create a lot of spontaneity, like letting that sort of process from our writing translate into the live process. So we're going to do things that kind of surprise us and make us a bit uncomfortable. Like so we're getting some of that raw emotion, but it's a good time. It's wild. It's sweaty. It's crazy. It's loud.
So would you say like each show's different depending
Mhm.
on where you're at?
Definitely.
Yeah, we put in moments in the show where we don't plan. Like there's moments where it's like, okay, during this time we're just gonna
See what happens.
see what happens.
That's great though, because I think the thing about live music is you want to go experience something that no one else is going to experience.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you show up and you're like, this is the same set list from Cincinnati. They're doing the exact same thing. The only thing they're changing is, what's up, St. Louis?
Right.
You guys ready to rock? And you guys are pretty much telling me that it's not like that at all. It's
Not at all.
We're coming in. St. Louis gets their own show.
We were gonna say what's up St. Louis at some point though.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you guys are in Ferguson too. If you want to say what's up, Ferguson,
Right
that's
on.
fine. I mean, you kind
Fergie
of
Ferg.
you can have some street cred now. You're in Ferguson. The media's
Nice.
kind of developed us into a weird image that we're trying to fight back on.
Yeah.
But you guys have been here. People know the bad reputation. So if you want to like use that to kind of make yourselves a little bit more tough, perfectly okay.
Street cred.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So I've babbled on enough with you guys. Is there any way we can hear another song?
For sure.
Sure. What about Hollow Life?
I would probably die in this seat, so
Okay.
I think I might have to have my guy back here do the interview after I am incapacitated.
Well, it was nice
Right
knowing
on.
you.
All right. Cool.
It's hard to shake the feeling. These phonies make my blood run cold. That talk ain't got no meaning. The shallow end is growing old. It's getting hard to fake it, pretending that I'll fit this scene. I'm fed up with the chasing. If I leave, would you follow me? Running from my problems. You'll be sitting pretty, baby, hold on tight. Racing towards a dream on the horizon. Give me something better than this hollow life. I'm starving for an answer. I'm dying for an antidote. This planet's moving faster. Why don't we hurry up and take it slow? And we could chase the sunrise, the sunrise. I've been waiting my whole life to sleep under the moonlight, the moonlight. So tell me what you're thinking, babe. Running from my problems. You'll be sitting pretty, baby, hold on tight. Racing towards a dream on the horizon. Give
something better than this hollow life. You do. You do. This hollow life. You do.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fever's breaking us in two, but in the end it's just a daydream. Are you feeling like I do?
Running, running, running from my problems. You'll be sitting pretty, baby, hold on tight. Racing towards a dream on the horizon. Give me something better than this hollow life. You do.
It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion.
Running, running, running from my problems. You'll be sitting pretty, baby, hold on tight. Racing towards a dream on the horizon. Give me something better than this hollow life. You do. Hey, you do. This hollow life. You do. You
That's Coast Modern, guys. Like, you're welcome for letting them broadcast over the airwaves. I'm just going to accept your thanks now because you can't call in and tell me you're welcome. You guys are kind of what I've noticed, especially with the music video that you did for Hollow Life.
Yeah.
You guys have great personalities.
Thanks,
and
man.
everything seems fun. Like, what was it like filming that music video for Hollow Life?
The gasoline got expensive.
I was gonna say, was that water or gasoline? Did we shell out for it?
Yeah, it was expensive, and we didn't realize it was gonna strip the paint off the cars, so that was awkward. But it was just a real easy day of filming. We just had fun, had a friend behind the camera.
Yeah, just running around, like, not much pre-planning, just like, oh, let's get this, let's go here and do this. Like,
Yeah, and it differs a lot from your other music videos, because your other music videos are almost like a psychedelic experience.
yeah, yeah.
For people that haven't seen your visualizer music videos,
Right.
how would you describe it from your words?
I mean, it's something you can tune in and drop out to, I guess.
Tune out, yeah.
Tune out. Just yeah. People like to.
People love our album art. Dai Ruiz, who made the album art, we've had a lot of great response, so we were like, let's just incorporate that. Let's animate it a little bit.
Let's make it wiggle.
And
Yeah.
how did that relationship build with you and that artist? Because I know she's from somewhere in South America, correct?
Yeah,
Buenos
Argentina.
Aires.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found her on Tumblr, like just searching through artists. Like we're always like collecting art and stuff that inspires us. And then so when we were thinking about album art, we were like, hey, let's like see if she's interested in making stuff for us. And it turned into this long, like, beautiful collaboration.
She just got it.
Yeah.
We'd send a song and she'd send back a cover.
Yeah, I look at it, I'm like, this is exactly the image that I would associate with Coast Modern each time.
That's awesome.
Right on.
And you guys just have this like almost 60s new age psychedelic sound and look to your music and just yourselves in general. Like you're the 21st century Beatles or something.
You guys can't see this, but Luke's wearing tie-dye.
I am wearing tie-dye.
That might be cliche, but
Repping his own band.
Repping his
Hey,
own
oh
band.
yeah.
Not a lot of people can get away with that. I think Metallica tries to, and I think they try a little hard.
Yeah, hey. When you got a good shirt, you gotta wear it.
Flashy.
So I was watching a tour promotions video, and there was a rumor within it that I was wondering if we could clarify. I had heard that Kanye's opening. Can we say there's a possibility, or are we just gonna? Where did
It's
that?
true.
It's true.
It's
gonna
true.
Be there.
Yep.
Kanye.
Come out.
But you guys are touring with Salt Cathedral.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is it like with them? Because I've never.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
Is their sound similar to you guys, or are they kind of stand alone on their own?
There are similarities. I mean, they're very unique. They're great artists, but they've definitely got this like tropical vibe.
Tropical dance.
Yeah, and you can tell they're very passionate about the music and the performance. They're not just recreating it live. They're in it.
Tropical vibe, man. It's
Yeah.
almost like you might have plucked them out of like a tribe within the Coast Modern world that you created.
Hey,
and
yeah.
They're kind of just like your spawn child running around opening up for you.
They're awesome.
Yeah, we dig them.
Yeah, I can't wait for the show. Just to clarify, everybody, Kanye's gonna be there, maybe, and it's gonna be at the Firebird downtown at 7 p.m. Is the doors open, and then I think Salt Cathedral's taking the stage at 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And you should go there because from what I've seen with your tour updates, with about the videos, like those, you guys look like you have so much fun. What do you think is the most important aspect for you guys to execute when you perform live?
Chaos.
Yeah, just getting wild, you know? Like we gotta be in the moment, and like whatever happens, happens. And also like making a deep connection
Mm-hmm.
with the people that come out to the shows. We're doing it for them, so.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of bands that will say that, but with you guys, I can actually feel it through this glass right now.
It's true.
As soon as I found you guys walking around outside to get you in, like it felt like you guys are very welcoming people.
Yeah.
It's just instantaneously, I felt like I was already friends with you. We'd been hanging out for a while.
Wait, we're not friends?
We are totally friends. I will be your friend forever if you would like.
Awesome.
Honestly, I've never met two cooler strangers in my life, so I have to give it up to you on that one.
Thanks, man.
They just knuckled. That was awesome. I feel.
Live knuckling.
Dang. That might be a subgenre on something we can't talk about.
Might be. Might be.
All right, so I think I've gotten to know you guys a lot. So, is there anything else you would like to add to the interview before we kind of wrap it up, so you can get to sound check and prepare to commit chaos within the Firebird?
Man, I think we're good. I mean, people should come on the social medias, so
They'll
we
find
can
us
so
on
we
the
can
internet.
continue to hang out.
Yeah, you guys have an interesting like word to describe the people, your fan base.
Yeah.
I've seen it in a couple interviews, and it's called Fanly.
Fanily.
Fanily.
That's how you pronounce it. See. And so that's pretty much summing up how you guys were just talking to me about your fans, was that it feels like a very family aspect of it. And
Yeah.
do you think
know?
that's the most important thing for a band, regardless if they're starting out?
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound?
Probably not, I think.
If a band rocks out and there's no precious ears to receive it, then what is it?
See, you're starting with this philosophy stuff, and it's blowing my mind. And now I'm going to get all confused, and I know what else to ask you before you guys have to leave here. You guys are a trip, a mind trip, a music trip. Literally, every time I put the earbuds in, I'm transported to another dimension, time, world, whatever you want to call it.
That's amazing.
And I really want to thank you guys for coming in, because
No problem.
this has been awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better showing, and you played two of the songs that I really jam out to pretty much every other day, I would say, because sometimes I like to take a break from music and just, like you guys, get that ambient noise and
Oh,
try
yeah.
to make it, just get back to nature a little bit. And
You
then
gotta
just
do
go
that.
with it.
Love it.
So, we should be urging everybody that's listening, since you two will not be performing tonight, you should ditch the Family Arena, come down to the Firebird at 7 o'clock. Do we know if tickets are still available?
Still some tickets left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there might be some.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to coastmodernmusic.com. Coast, like the West Coast, because you guys are from LA.
Oh yeah.
Truth.
Modernmusic.com. Get tickets, because this show's going to be sick. And you have more than just two people on stage, right?
Yep. We
Okay.
got a 4-piece. Looks like a rock band. We got an amazing drummer, bassist.
You got you two up front.
You two's gonna be there,
You two.
and Beck.
You two.
We're
up
just
front.
bringing out all the celebrities. They
Yeah.
may or may not be there. Let's not take this serious, guys. If you're listening, we're just having fun right now. But Beck might be there.
We're gonna try. I'm gonna hit him up.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
see if that happens, because that would be wild.
What else are they gonna do?
I guess go to the next place. I don't know, some boring tour bus stuff.
Yeah.
What
I'll
kind
try.
What kind of tour bus are you guys rolling around in?
We got a little Sprinter van.
Sprinter van? Do you have to sleep in it?
No.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Luckily.
That would be
Yeah.
terrible.
We're doing an Airbnb tour across America.
Really?
Yeah, we get
Seeing
to
beautiful
experience
homes.
beautiful homes
Wow.
in neighborhoods, which is fun.
Walk around.
People, those are obviously the people that are winning this the most. They get to spend time with you. But we're going to wrap it up, and I'm just going to plug your show one more time, if that's okay. I just want to make sure that they know that they
Oh,
need
yeah.
to come out. So we had Coast Modern in, and they're going to be at the Firebird tonight at 7 o'clock is when the doors open. 8 o'clock the show starts with Salt Cathedral, and tickets are available at coastmodernmusic.com. You should pick it up. You should join me, my lovely girlfriend that is also going to be there, and we're going to have fun. I think it's going to be a great experience for me. My first time seeing you guys, so I'm ready to just have an adventure with whatever this is going to be.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, if you wouldn't mind, guys, can you say bye to all the great people of Ferguson?
Farewell. Thank you for listening.
Peace out.
And that was Coast Modern here on 89.5 The Wave, KCFV, right out of Ferguson. Catch them tonight. If not, you're going to be sorry. Let's get you back into the music with Milky Chance.
That was great.
We're going to set this up. We're going to have the tiny umbrellas. We're going to have the Siema intro, and we're going to try and make them feel like they're, feel like...
Yes, that was the coast.
Thank you guys for coming in. It was great.
This is why I can't be on the radio because I just get to like.
See, that's what I was battling with, and I'm sure they're still only freaking out for that because it was a clear glass window.
Luckily, I was shooting this way,
Yeah,
so I caught none of you nerding out. But
Okay.
this is what Dalton looks like after doing the interview. Coast Modern.
You know, we're kind of nerding out too. It's like you always dream of being on the radio as a musician growing up. So it's so cool that we get to like experience these like
Yeah, and
on our way up.
I interned at the station that's like sponsoring your guys' show, The Point, and I was like kind of surprised that they weren't trying to get you on because honestly, it's a little alternative, a little pop, a little hip hop. There's so many avenues for you guys, but I just don't hear it unless it's like a very specific niche, like online
get the
stream
video of
or
it?
like niche
No.
radio station. Yeah,
Fine.
eventually. I'm telling you.
Get a
like,
video. I'll
Can
take
I
a
take
picture.
your picture?
I'll take a picture
No,
and I'll take a
guys,
picture of you guys with them if it's
No,
okay.
my girlfriend. No, for
Thanks,
real.
thanks, guys.
I wouldn't have known about you guys if it wasn't for her.
Anna's getting a picture. You might as well.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
time.
you.
Sure.
Got it, too.
Do you want to be in the picture too, and I'll take your picture? Give me the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'll
stand by Luke.
With the viewfinder?
Yeah, there is.
Wait.
It's
There's
the other
something.
straps in the way.
Yeah. Ready?
All right, it's gonna come out by your hand. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, that's one of the instant
Real
ones.
old school.
Yeah.
Are you
I
sure
love
you
it.
don't want a picture, Dr.
Because
Perkins?
It's a great cam.
It's like not living like
I
trying
can
to take a lot of
I can
pictures
like
to get the perfect one.
like
It's
directly
like,
email it to you from the
like you're
phone.
out, like you're using
Tiny
it.
umbrella.
No one needs to know.
We'll play it tonight.
Thank you.
I'm taking
Thanks,
some of
man.
these.
I'll take a
I'm
picture
I'm
of
playing
their
with that as an
picture.
anniversary present.
Whatever.
See you tonight. Yeah, we'll see you tonight.
Cool.